Hey everybody, One of Wisdom here, back for part 13 of our Skylanders Giants blind playthrough. Just wrapped things up with Bouncer and Legendary Bouncer, got them introduced. What we will do now, provided my headset cord will let me reach this far, just now realized this might be a problem. We will back out, actually pull Bouncer, come in, and I guess we will go with Crusher first here.
It's Crush Hour!
Alright, if you recall earlier on, kind of after the continuous chapter stuff we had to go through, which is really what kind of set this off course. If the game would have opened with a trailer and then kind of put us at a point where, hey, you need to go do this, go talk to Hugo to do it, would have done all this there as opposed to playing through two levels that kind of continuously interconnected. That said, this is Crusher. We've obviously don't see new heroics or anything pop up because, well, quite frankly, we already put him and Granite Crusher on. You get a good look at him here. Again, he's kind of like a stone gray and a really bright green, kind of reminiscent of Prism Break. We'll come in now. I would have to agree. Like I said on the blog, when the poll closed, Crusher is actually the giant, kind of aesthetics and forecasting ahead that I was looking the most forward to. So we'll come in, we will take a look at his base stats here. Max health is 470, speed is 20, armor 24, and critical hit 40. Note the elemental power is already plus 7. That's likely just because we've got several earth elements registered here. So what we want to remember in this case is 20, 24, 40. And we'll go ahead and back out here, take a look at his upgrades. What we have right now is just his base primary attacks. Crusher's Crusher. If you recall from the unboxing, he actually did name his hammer Crusher. Hence, the redundancy there. But press A to swing the big hammer, also named Crusher. Guess I should have read that before I talked, and we wouldn't have had it repeated 3 times. But his secondary attack is B, turn to stone. Press the B button to shoot I-beams that turn enemies into stone. I actually got to preview this in battle mode with a friend 2 days ago. It was pretty sweet. His first real upgrade, hold A to hit the ground so hard it makes a crack in the ground that damages enemies. That's called the ground grinder. It's kind of got a saw blade effect on it there. Looks pretty sweet. Next upgrade is Rock Slide. Press Z to break apart into boulders, running over anything in their path. That sounds really cool. Definitely looking forward to that one. Next up is Super Crusher. Hammer does increased damage. Kind of would have been sweet if Granite Crusher would have gotten like some of these upgrades, aesthetically, nonetheless. Cave Light Blast. While holding B, press A to launch a pulse of energy that damages enemies. Again, that one sounds awesome. I'm generally a big Earth Element fan. I don't think I'll be disappointed here. The first upgrade path here, Crusher Combos. Press AA, hold B for hammer throw, and press AA, hold Z for 360 spin. I think I've seen that in some official trailers. Next up is Hammer Daddy. Hammer takes the face of Crusher's father and does increased damage. And lastly, Triple Ground Grinder. Hold A to hit the ground and make 3 cracks appear to damage enemies. That would be pretty interesting. His other upgrade path begins with Controlled Rock Slide. Control the direction of your Rock Slide attack. Boulder Bombs. While in a Rock Slide, press A to detonate boulders. And Bedrock Armor. Special rock form deep within the earth provides increased armor. That's kind of reminiscent of the other earth elements, if you will, particularly Bash and Dino Ring. Lastly, we have his Soul Gem, Rock Sliding Out. Hold Z to steer Rock Slide boulders around the Soul Gem and Troll Home Security. That kind of sounds like Zap, when he rides the wave. That said, I've kind of want to make sure I've got this right. 20, 24, 40. So we'll come in 20, 24, 40. We'll pull Crusher here, and we will now stick Granite Crusher on the portal of power.
Crush hour.
Note that he is introduced as Granite Crusher,
Looking pretty
and
solid.
as we saw earlier, he doesn't come up any different here, but he does have the coloring like the legendaries, and you know, we just saw it with Bouncer in the last video. Stats. Oh, okay. That does not match. So 20, 30, 50 on Granite Crusher here. As you can see, no heroics done at all. I'm gonna go ahead and back out. I'll show you. This is his primary attack, hammer. Pretty awesome. Kind of slow though, of course. And the secondary attack is really cool. As you can see, it can actually open crates. I'm not sure if it could. But in battle mode, that was pretty neat. It'll be interesting to see what it does to like smaller enemies. But again, his stats were 20, 30, 50. So we will remember that. Pull him. Put Crusher back.
Crush hour. Looking pretty solid.
Yeah, Granite Crusher is upgraded. Speed is the thing. Armor, Granite Crusher is +6. Critical hit, he is +10. I think I covered that the first time around, but I remember being really tired, and I'm not sure if I elaborated on it. That said, once I have this video edited and uploaded, I'll kind of get it all documented on the blog. But main thing is, I mean, as you can see here, no heroics or anything on either, and Granite Crusher has a significant edge over Crusher. That said, before I forget, I know this has been covered before too. My hammer is loose on both of them. It's worse on which one is it worse on? I think it's worse on Granite Crusher. But the eyes on Crusher light up blue, and his little rock armor band on his shoulder lights up green. On Granite Crusher, eyes light up the same color of blue, and then you have a color match where the green lights up on Crusher's shoulder band. On Granite Crusher, it's blue. That aside, we will now come over here. I'll go ahead and let him break a few things too. He's going to take his heroic challenge in. That door is going to be a problem. I like that you don't have to push buttons, but it's like
Ready
really
for more
sensitive.
training? All right, let's do it.
Alright, so we will take off, check out his heroic challenge. I think it's something to do with owls, if I remember right, from just cycling through them all. Where is his? Yeah. Oh yeah, Swarms is the last one. So, give a hoot. This is +4 speed. That'll be nice for the giants. Return lost owls to their nests. I could see this one being interesting. We'll go ahead and give it a shot.
We've got a dungeon full of endangered owls.
If we
It's up to
lose,
you
what
to
can I
rescue
say?
them.
We just didn't
Pick up
give
as
it.
many as you can hold and bring them back to this nest. But if you get hit, you'll lose the owls. And oh yeah, giants can hold more owls at a time than a regular Skylander. Guess it's because they're so big.
3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, so 4 minutes. We've got to get 15 of them here. So it's basically what you do. You just get them back here. Of course, I'm sure it's going to be more complicated than that. He's just out of range. Oh yeah, that's pretty awesome. So when we were doing that in battle mode, you know, the giant can recover pretty quick from that. You know, it may be worthwhile to kind of explore other areas before, you know, picking up the ones right there. Those archers. Issue we're gonna have here is that Crusher and all other giants are going to be extremely slow, and that of course becomes a bit of a problem. Okay, so we've cleared out this area, chalk that up as a win. It's gonna freeze those dwarves.
Lost.
Oh lord. You got to be kidding me. I'll tell you right now, this is going to be a pain because the giants are so slow. And I know that we killed that guy before. So I don't know if they're respawning or if they're just like saying they've come from elsewhere. Guess what we'll do is back out of here. No troll gunner, no chompies. This should also be clear. Well, it's not, so that's fantastic. I'll pick him up. Where's the other guy? There he is. So the chompies didn't come back, the troll did. Now these chompies and that troll are back. And luckily we got in. You know, if you had somebody quick like Stealth Elf here, I mean, it would just be like a cakewalk. I don't know how long this one's gonna take. I can envision it taking a long time. I'll just put it that way. I guess there were two in there. I only saw one, but I mean, I'll take what we can here. Okay, thank goodness we got both of them. We only lack 9 now, which I'm not really bragging about that. But again, like if we were Zap, Stealth Elf, really anyone fast, this would be a complete cakewalk. Maybe not a cakewalk, but it certainly wouldn't be this difficult. Sadly, his little eye attack looks like it's got the range and it doesn't really do it. That's kind of going to be a problem for me. Well, that'll be nice. Oh, 3 of them. Let's see where the teleporter takes us. Well,
You're halfway there.
we don't even get time to move. I don't know. Yeah. So, I mean, that was kind of a joke. It's like we, you know, make progress, and as we're in a teleporter, we kind of just get lambasted with stuff.
1 minute remaining.
This is, I guess, go in here. Apparently, it looks like some owls are like behind barrels. Maybe they're not all there. So the issue now is going to be which enemies have respawned on us.
Owl collected.
Yeah, that owl I think had to have been in there. If that guy shoots across the ditch and gets us, we don't have time to do much more, but I'm pretty sure we're going to get shot by the troll if I head out this way. Okay, like right there, to me, he was within our beam, and it's not crediting us for that.
Lost. 10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and then we get shot from behind. This is basically a lost cause right now. They've got great range on their guns, and we don't have jack, really. Let's just kind of see what's back here. Again, to me, that looks like we're well within range there.
Ooh, not quite. But keep trying.
Again, you know, if we had a regular Skylander, I feel like we'd have this done this time. With any giant, I think it's going to be a pain. Maybe when they're upgraded, it would be easier. Like if the beam was longer, that would freeze people, or like if we had a photosynthesis cannon, etc. That said, this one may take a long time. Okay. I don't really care about these first few. We're just gonna, I guess, start out way at the back here. Try that as a strategy. Again, I'm just gonna leave everything I can. Other issue with the giants is their attacks are so slow. Kind of, you know, Tree Rex's fist, Crusher's hammer. It kind of makes anything cumbersome. I'm just gonna kind of try this one out, since we probably wouldn't get it anyway, and blaze a path to the back. see what happens. I'm trying not to pick any of the owls up yet. I just want to blast and kill them. That way we'll have an idea of what's located where, you know, and we can go from there. I guess I'll pick him up.
Lost.
Again, the camera angles when you can't even see anything. I mean, like we just walked right up on those guys, didn't even know they were there.
Owl lost.
Okay, so that'll be nice. God. This is gonna get really old really fast. We got more audio to skip too. Okay, so we've killed everything in here now. I'm gonna try and pick up all of these guys and then take the teleport. As you can see, they're back. That was totally within range. This is gonna be an extremely frustrating challenge, at least with Crusher. You've also, by the way, got to like walk right up on the owl. They don't seem to come to you very well. And he's back, you know. So the enemies respawn. Crusher's beam right out of the box doesn't have any range at all. God. You know, if we don't get this within like 30 minutes, I think I'm just going to end the video and tell you that I come back to it. I kind of wanted to do a couple of levels tonight. Now it's a small wonder Chompy didn't take one away from us. Guess we'll just start picking something. Again, there we would have been shot from something that we couldn't even see. You know. Felt like, yeah, there is one.
Owl lost.
Is there anything up here? Yeah. Honestly, I'll just be honest with you here. I don't think this one is gonna happen anytime soon. At least with a giant. I mean, I could put on legendary igniter that has nothing done to him but one heroic, and we'd be out of here right now. It's just. A lot of it is, you know, he doesn't have the attacks, and then they've got kind of a rotating ability here. And it's nice the giants can hold more, but I mean, what does that really mean? And then you've got stuff like that that happens, you know. Which, I mean, then you try to go pick everything back up, and enemies that you've already killed are back. So. And it's not like they're coming from somewhere else, they're just respawning after you've killed them, so.
10 seconds remaining.
And I mean, you stop and kill a Chompy, you'll get gunned down from an angle you can't see, kind of like right. Oh yeah, there's two of them, you know.
Heroic challenge failure.
Told you these things were tough.
And we've still got time to mess around with this, but I'll just tell you right now, this is one that I would not jack with until you had some speed behind you. At least with the giant, you know, or maybe their upgrades, like I said. If his I-beam just had a little bit better range on it, you know, it wouldn't be an issue at all. As it is, I mean, it's just kind of going to be one of those things, like you take this guy out so you can come in here and get the owl. And next thing you know, I mean, he's back, you know. So we'll grab these two guys. We'll probably get shot from behind when we try to take him. You know what? Let's just pick him up too. Oh yeah, there we go. I mean, we're doing great, and then a gunner that we can't even see comes in. You know. I mean, I can't even see the troll that's shooting us. Somehow we got credit for all three. I was pretty sure he was going to say that, you know, they killed us. Let's just take this guy down first. Okay, so now we'll just have to deal with getting gunned down from behind type deal. As you can see, he's already in position to pick us off. I think we got both of them. But still, you know, it's easy to get these first few and just have to dodge 1 or 2 gunners, but when you get back in the mix and you're trying to get 9 more owls past quite a few more gunners, it's a bit of a problem, you know. So I think I'm going to try to grab him and come back, and then we'll deal with the rest of them. I don't even know how we lost that one. I guess a chompy got us or something. Okay, so now we're going to try to pick up this owl and the other one, and I'm sure we're going to get gunned by something we can't see. Probably up here.
You're halfway there.
Good grief. Somehow we pulled that off. Don't ask me how. Past here, I don't know, you know, we might get one more. I know we've got a lot of time left, but I guess the thing to do is like take the teleporters and, you know, hope for the best. I guess we'll just go this way first. I was originally going to go the other direction. But, again, I mean, you just get gunned down, not from the guy right in front of us, but by the guy behind us that you can't see. I thought we had the archer frozen. There was, again, you know, kind of the skip issue. So I'm going to try to make it to the teleporter. How did that... Okay, so Chompy's appeared behind us. And then we get bit back-to-back time. I mean, I don't know what they expect from you here, in all honesty. Of course, since we're coming back here, we've got all the enemies back.
1 minute remaining.
Insanely slow moves from the giants. I mean, we've blown a minute here trying to get a few more owls.
The teleport has appeared.
Where's the freaking teleporter at? Oh, that's great. It didn't give us the other owl. Oh, and of course that room doesn't connect to, you know, the teleporter we had. So that's fabulous. This is, again, you know, we're gonna fail. Guess we'll go this way. You know, since there will be more owls, we could conceivably attempt to get.
Rock on. Heroic challenge failure.
Nice try, but it'll take a
Okay,
little bit more
23.
to
This will be my last
Try
attempt
again.
here. Wow. You know, maybe I'll record it and edit it in, but what I can tell you is Box Stock Crusher, this challenge is a pain. I don't know, this one's just one of those ones you kind of wonder what they were thinking when they made it. That said, you know, I think if you had him upgraded, you know, not necessarily even any heroics, just maybe the purchased upgrades from Persephone, I think he could, you know, be a different story as he gained range with them. But right now, I mean, this is one you can get. It's just probably going to take several attempts. But anyway, that was Crusher and Granite Crusher. Interestingly enough, Granite Crusher has a lot better stats, even more so than a legendary. But Questions, comments, feel free to ask here on YouTube or the blog, oneofwisdom.blogspot.com. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, whichever you prefer. As always, thanks for watching, and we will catch you back here shortly. Alright, so we're going to do the Crusher's Heroic Challenge once more. I don't care. You know. Again, this cakewalk, this challenge is, I mean, there's nothing to it when you're using anyone other than Crusher. I'm not too concerned about that first owl. You know, you basically get it anytime you teleport back. That said, what we want to do is actually come in, take that guy out. We'll pick up these three. We'll technically have four once we get the gate. And again, I mean, if Crusher had anything projectile-wise, it was just even a little bit quicker. You know, mainly if you had like a secondary speed maneuver, like we see with the other giants, this would be significantly easier to manage. That said, you know, this is what I've come up with. It works the best. It's how I did it with Granite Crusher box stock. You know, that said, anyone else, I mean, this is something, you know, once you've literally attempted it one time, you're going to kind of figure out, you know, get the hang of it, take everything on. What I'm going to do now is go ahead right over here, which you can't even see when you pass through normally, is your time bonus. We're going to go ahead and
the teleporter has appeared. Owl collected.
This is just dropping a ton of frames anytime the giants attack.
We're halfway there.
Good lord. So I guess it took away the first owl. You know, there's nothing you can do to combat that. So essentially what you need to do is come in here first, then go up top, and then come out and get gunned from either that pillar or out here, because the enemies will have respawned by now. That said, what we're going to do is try it this way. And see if we can't get in this direction. We're gonna get hit, I think. That's not what I intended to do, but it kind of worked. Basically what we need to do now is come in on that back side, and I guess I'll just work my way forward and see if we can make it somehow. And I think this is going to be a horrible video because it seems to be directly related to the giant attacks, particularly their primary, but it just makes the frames drop like nobody's business. So,
1 minute remaining.
That said, you've got to dodge the fire from behind and then hope we can hit him in time. And I have to stop to keep my computer from turning off. So we're just going to come in from behind, take out all the enemies, backtrack, and have to do it again. So, okay, well, let's just do it this way.
Owl lost.
So we're going to get from that guy.
Heroic challenge complete. Excellent job.
And this is honestly the most frustrating challenge that I've ever done with the
You did it! Now enjoy this
Skylander
reward.
of choice, if you will, the one they picked out. It's just absolutely ridiculous, to be honest with you. Okay, all we have to do in theory is get that guy to the teleporter, and you know, where's the owl at? You know, this isn't gonna work well, is it, if the owl doesn't spawn faster than the enemy? So I think we're gonna pull it off this time, but I mean, this is a complete pain. So anyway, that's it. That is Crusher's heroic challenge for +4 speed. It's called Give a Hoot. I really don't give much of a hoot for this one. With any other Skylander, this is something you get on your first attempt. You know, if you've never played it before, you know, say you put Crusher on but you didn't do his heroic, and you're taking, you know, Flashwing or Fright Rider or Chill, your favorite new Skylander, through all the heroics you've got, this is going to be something, you know, you kind of figure out where the owls are and you're good to go, you know, and the teleporters. It's basically all you have to know. Any other giant, you know, Tree Rex is probably the most difficult just because he has to rely on the dash attack. He's a first time for me. Swarm, you know, a little bit better than Tree Rex for this challenge just because of the fact when he flies he also kind of gains a projectile attack. He cranked it out on his first attempt. Bouncer, I kid you not, the guy had like 2.5 minutes left with the time bonus. I realize he's a little quicker than the other giants, you know, in terms of base speed. But the main thing is just his projectile attacks. You know, he's got that extra range where Granite Crusher knows there's a troll gonna gun him down. The hammer doesn't reach right now, and the gaze doesn't reach. And couple that with the fact that he's extremely slow, you know, and it's not a good scenario to have fun, you know. But the main thing is we got this done. Like I said, I'm gonna, you know, tack this one on to you know, the end of part 13 there. I just ran out of time. Like I've said, you know, if I hit 30 minutes I kind of start to lose audio. That said, this was a horrible recording. I'm looking at the screen right now. It dropped 2,099 frames. That largely ties in with the giants in their primary attacks, particularly Tree Rex and Crusher tend to give it fits. But that said, I'm glad this one's done. I can finally, you know, move on with things here. And you know, like I said, I really do like Crusher aesthetically. I think he's the best looking giant. He's who I was most looking forward to. I think when he's fully upgraded, you know, kind of once we've seen what all the other heroic challenges are and things, I think I'll probably like him, you know, pretty close to the top. It'll kind of depend how the others upgrade, but it's essentially his to lose. It's just the thing with Crusher is, this being his own heroic challenge, he's probably the least, you know, equipped Skylander to handle this right out of the box. Doesn't have the speed, doesn't have the projectiles, doesn't have range with his primary or secondary attack, and when the enemies respawn like they do, you know, you can develop a strategy, but it's one of those things you've just gotta, as you're heading with, you know, your target owls to the teleporter, since the blaster trolls respawn, you just kind of gotta listen for the gunshots and try to walk, you know, away from that. You know, if you had that little dash like Tree Rex, you can kind of dodge the fire easier. But nonetheless, like I said, this one is not hard. I don't want people to take this wrong. We could come in and throw on Gilgrunt Series 2 and just blast right through this thing our first try. Same with any of the other giants. Again, can't stress that enough. But with Crusher, this one is just kind of annoying. That said, you know, if you do go in and you fully upgraded Crusher in gameplay before you say do any heroics, I think this one will be significantly easier, mainly just because you get the range of the hammer attacks and whatnot. But nonetheless, it's done. That's the important thing. Hopefully I can turn this into a decent add-on and then finally start uploading everything. But like I said, I dropped a ton of frames in this. Not quite sure how my audio is going to sync with the video, but nonetheless, I'll see what I can't do. Again, Crusher, like I said, have high hopes for him, you know, in terms of everything else, but I do have to say box stock Crusher taking on his own heroic challenge is quite cumbersome. But But nonetheless, thanks for watching. We'll catch you back next time. I think after Crusher, I recorded Light Core Prism Break, I think, and then kind of got back into the gameplay before we did triple packs 2, 3, and 4. But this is done. What I'm going to do now is actually go in and I think record chapter 5, so I'm pretty excited about that. But again, thanks for watching, and we will catch you back here shortly.